Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Fish in the Midwest. I'm your host, John B. And today, we're gonna be doing a little bit of an unboxing. As anglers, like you and I, we're always looking for the next best thing, whether it be the newest boat, the newest trolling motor, maybe it's the newest rod and reel with a digital chip in it, or maybe it's that one lure that quite literally can catch them all. And you know, I'm at fault for being one of those anglers. I'm always looking for the newest improved lure and equipment and product out there to make me, personally, a better angler. What is in this big white bag that you see before me is some fishing paraphernalia, if you will, that I purchased on none other than TEMU. Yeah, that's right, TEMU actually sponsors this video. TEMU reached out to me and said, hey, would you like to unbox some goods in exchange to show your audience some of the cool stuff that we carry on our site? And I said, hell yeah, dude, let's do it. I'm down. You know me, I'm all about reviewing cool, unique, and thrifty things. If you use my code right here, you get a $100 coupon bundle. And if you download the app, which will be linked down in the description below, you also get that same $100 bundle, I think. Yeah, that's exactly what, they basically want you to shop on their website, and they're giving you an incentive for those of you watching my videos right now. So shout out to TEMU for sponsoring this video, and shout out to them for just being so great and carrying some of the most ludicrous fishing that I've ever seen in my entire life. So without further ado, folks, let's get to unboxing. This is like a good old-fashioned John B video here.
Say whatever you want. I'm not going to block you. I'm not going to ignore you. I'll still answer you, but you may not like the answer that you get.
Throw the code up one more time. $100 coupon bundle, and you get lightning deals. That's enough promo of TEMU. You guys get the point. Everyone knows about TEMU. It's great. It's wonderful. Oh, Caleb, can you hand me the scissors over there? Nope, the other scissors. We have combustion. There you go. Remember, safety first. Oh, wow, we've got some goodies in here. Hopefully I didn't ruin any of the goodies. We've got so much stuff. So TEMU's been so nice to hook me up with, I believe this is $200 worth of gear. And this is a lot of gear for $200. Let's get right into it. Let's see what we got from this wonderful, amazing website here. Oh, and then by the way, guys, later in today's video, after we get finished unboxing all these goodies, we're gonna take them out to the lake and actually fish them and use them. You'll get to see how this stuff works. You ready for this, Caleb? Ooh, we have a reel. First thing in here is a reel. There's a lot of stuff in here, and I can't believe this is all for 200 bucks. This is our first reel of the day. Take a gander at this sweet little number. Oh my gosh. Holy smokes. This is incredible. What are we calling this? What is this? What is the name of this reel? We got to give a little, it's not tightening for whatever reason. What's going on here? Oh, maybe it's just really loose. Oh, there we go, we got it tightened. Oh yeah, baby. We got a VX100. This reel was actually featured on Pimp My Spinning Reel. I don't know if you guys remember that show. Maybe some of you aren't old enough to remember that, but Exhibit actually pimped out this reel. It's blue with green accents. It's a pretty standard reel. I'm not sure how much this reel is, but we'll put it right there. It's very, very inexpensive. It's got that anti-reverse too, so you're not letting a bunch of line out. This reel is great. Caleb is thinking this is maybe a Van Staal with cooties. Very nice. I like it. It's actually not too bad. Extraordinary paint job on this. We're gonna take this puppy out today and fish with a little bit. Yeah, that is truly work of art. All right, we got some crazier stuff in here. Let's see what else we have. Oh, you know how I was saying the next best thing? I'm sure you've never seen anything like this. Take a gander at whatever the hell that is. That is a modified spinnerbait. Does it have a hook? Oh, it does have a hook on there. Wow, that is a dangerous little hook. It's got an eagle's talon on there. Yeah, I'm not sure what you would call this bait, but I'm sure it's probably the first time you're ever laying eyes, or at least I'm ever laying eyes on such a monstrosity, if you will. Maybe it'll work. I don't know. I don't want to knock it until I go out there and fish with it today, but this is something that is either going to absolutely frighten the fish, or I'm going to get my next personal best on it. That being, you know, a fish over 14 pounds, which would be, it'd be insane. We'll see what else we have in this little treasure chest of goodies. I'm actually concerned to open this right now. What could be in here? Oh my gosh. It's a baton for bonking your fish on the head. Yep, hollow, not the bat, but my head. This is great. Actually, I think every angler needs one of these in their boat, at least to fend off people stealing your spots. Maybe also to fend off your buddy if he's spending too much time on live scope. Or, you know, a good use for this tool, and I think the real intended purpose of this is to beat the fish over the head so that, you know, when you're keeping and killing and catching and cooking and fish, and you can just bonk them and then they die. You could say it's humane, maybe or maybe not, but yeah, these are nice. Well, there you go. Yeah, thanks, TEMU. This is great. I actually really needed one of these in my boat. My last one I had, I used it so much it wore down to the core of the bat. We're gonna test this out later in a video, probably, I don't know, on a catfish or something. Maybe a big bass, I don't know. There we go. No, I'm just kidding. I would never. All right, well, so far we've got a chandelier spinnerbait, a bat, a really cool Pimp My Reel. All right, we got another mysterious box here. I like how everything is wrapped like 100 times. It's like a really suspenseful prize. I think that's a cool thing. If you guys ever get some stuff from TEMU, it's like Christmas. It's like Christmas every day. What the hell do we have here? Oh my God, that is frightening. That is absolutely frightening. We've got the Inkvader Octopus. This is tight, actually. I kind of messed with this. This is a 5-ounce octopus lure that probably won't work for lakes around here in Texas, but I imagine if you're on a hot octopi bite, this would be the lure you would want to tie on. Now, I don't really know what fish eats octopi, but if I had to guess, probably really big ones like bonita. Those fish are huge.
Are bonita fish big?
They are what's called a trophy fish. So, yeah, they're pretty big.
Take a look at that. It's unnerving. It looks really lifelike though. Look at all the tentacles. You got two very chunky hooks here. I suppose you could do some slow pitch jigging with this. For all my saltwater anglers out there, you probably know what slow pitch jigging is. It is so heavy though. You would need like a really, really stout spinning rod, but I might bring this on my next trip to the salt, see if I can catch myself Moby Dick. Maybe that's what this is for. Maybe this is a Moby Dick lure. It's also very slippery. Like look at the membrane on the head. Oh, that's nice. Another little mystery box. I wonder what's inside. Oh, what's in this? Black box. Oh my God, this is gonna be I'm excited for this. This is a product that I saw and instantly added to cart. Apparently we got 2 of these. Everything is in Chinese, so I won't be able to explain too much of what this does. Caleb hit a nice little translate on this box, and on the side here it says, when the fish is sucked, I'm reading this verbatim, when the fish is sucked, bites the hook, triggers the fishing line, and pulls that automatic fishing device quickly. Baits are to accurately complete the fishing mechanism, so action allows you to easily enjoy the bounce. Excuse me. So as fun fishing the pulling. So a lot of sucking, a lot of bouncing, a lot of pulling from what I gathered from that. This is a bobber, holy shit. This is a bobber that will set the hook for you because setting the hook is tiresome and it can be very boring. I think that's the problem with fishing is like setting the hook is probably one of the more distinguished nuisance of angling, and you know, having a contraption like this that does it for you, to me is so important. It comes pre-rigged too. I am not so sure about this. This is what goes to your rod, right? And then this is where you'd have your hook, your bait, if you will. And when the fish gives it a nice little tug, sets the hook for you. This might be truly innovational. I don't think a lot of live scope guys or big bass tour guys are onto this yet, but John B is about to learn you today. So there you have it. We've got 2 of these. I think it's important to always have 2 on the deck. Self-hook setting bobber, if you will. Oh, we've got a casting reel. Oh, golly. Oh, wow, the Imperials called from Star Wars and they want the reel back. Take a look at that puppy right there. This is called the, beats me, I don't know. It's called the Light Feather. Wow, this thing is actually really light. Ooh, clicking star drag. That's kind of nice. This is a little casting reel. Looks like maybe a 70 size casting reel. Again, another Pimp My Ride reel. I think I chose this reel because it looks absolutely, well, you know, it depends on your taste, but I'm gonna say atrocious. There's actually a little port right here to put your lube in there, your reel lubes. The handles themselves are crazy. I mean, this thing is also covered in grease, so it's freshly geared up and lubed up. We're absolutely gonna spool this puppy up and fish with it today too. Oh yeah, Light as a feather. I would say it's light as a feather. Probably strong as a feather too, but hey, it's an inexpensive reel. I think this was like 14 bucks. So if you're balling on a budget, there you go. Oh, what's this? Wow, we've got another lure here. This is all for all my folks that live in the Amazon. I'm not sure if there's too many watching from the rainforest right now, but this is a perfect lure for you. This is an arowana lure, you know, for the lakes here in the south that have natural forage, that being arowana. And if you're not familiar, arowana is an exotic fish species, so I'm being completely facetious at the moment. That is just that's actually a pretty cool little lure in the color of hot Cheetos or Takis maybe. We got a darker color here too. I like this one a lot. That's nice. Very, 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 very good. You get 3 to a pack of these. One thing I'm realizing is that $200 got me a lot of stuff, and we're not even probably halfway through this unboxing at the moment, but there you have it. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Here's another one. Talking about revolutionary products. This is something that you need in the middle of summer in Texas. Do I even need to explain what it does? It's one of those umbrellas that you get in like a nice cocktail, maybe like a Mai Tai or a Hurricane, and they've just made it bigger and they've attached a very tight rope so that you can put it on your head. And it's not for decoration. I know it looks good. I know it looks really fashionable, and you might be thinking this is the next big thing. You might see A$AP Rocky or maybe Drake wearing one of these, but no, it's strictly for functionality. It's to keep the sun's rays out of your face, because wearing a ball cap sucks. Damn, dude, it's like a never ending, oh, here we go. We're gonna buzz through, no pun intended, we're gonna buzz through some of these. We have a bee right here. Actually, this might be a wasp, a killer hornet. So that way, when the killer hornets do come back and they make the news like they did a couple years ago, you can be prepared and have a nice killer hornet lure to fish out there for those mangy bass. That's actually pretty cool. It's like a little crawling style bait. I'm assuming the wings will deploy when it's in the water, and it has a nice little walking action. That's pretty nifty, pretty cool. I like it. Makes me happy. What's in here? Another mystery. Oh. What could this possibly be? Oh, I think I know what this is. Hang on, give me a second here. There's no way there's that much action to this. Oh my God. I'm so afraid I think I know what this is used for, but I'm so afraid to use it. Oh my God, there it is. Yep, I think I know what this is. If you haven't figured out yet, I'll let you know. Oh God, it just went off again, dude. That will take off a child's finger. Golly. Whew. I got the adrenaline pump. I'm sweating a little bit, actually. I'm not gonna lie. It's a good thing I got this hat on, though. This right here, it just dawned on me. This is another one of those things to help you not set the hook. That boring activity of setting the hook on a big fish. I believe this is a self-hook setting device. If you do actually buy one of these, be very careful. I'm trying to, okay, there we go. I think it's supposed to go like that. And then when the fish bites, maybe, okay. I'm not really sure how this works. We'll probably figure it out in the water today. I'm really anxious to use this. I've got a rod holder in my boat, and we'll set this thing up, maybe with some corn for a carp or something. But this is essentially a rod holder that will set the hook for you. Let's see if I can get it to go off. Up. There you go. Yeah, that's it. Thanks, Caleb. Yep. So somehow, we'll have to figure it out, but somehow I think you got to connect your line to this thing, and then, like, if you get a bite and there's tension, this thing will rip the fish's face clean off of its mouth. So I don't know if anyone can even physically set the hook as hard as this device, which is very impressive in of itself. This is an invention of the centuries. You thought live scope was a big thing. Ladies and gentlemen, Garmin, step aside. This is it right here. Oh my gosh.
Use that with the bobber.
With the bobber for like 600,000 PSI of hook setting. Dude, this is so scary. Yeah, that's nuts, dude. It gets me every time. Let's take a, oh, this is cool. We got a shirt here from TEMU. Don't be jealous just because you can't catch fish like me. This is the hardest shirt I've ever seen in my entire life. This might be the coolest thing in the package. Don't be, and it's got a picture of a channel catfish on the front of it. Dude, I'm going to wear this to my next dinner date with my lovely wife and daughter. No, I think if I did that, she'd behead me, medieval style. This is sick though. It's got a nice fabric to it. Nice sweat-free fabric, so when you're out there, obviously not sweating because you'll have this on. You'll also definitely not be sweating because you have the "Don't be jealous because I catch more fish than you" shirt. This is something you definitely should wear to your next tournament team trail. Oh, this is a shirt and short combo. Ah, very nice. Wow. This screams gas station in East Texas. There's nothing that really is on this shirt, obviously because it's camo, it's an invisible shirt, but there's a picture, there's an outline of a largemouth bass eating a crankbait and it just says, fishing. This is some shit that you would wear to like your 8th grade pictures and your mom would kill you. It's amazing. It comes with matching shorts too. So you can be extra drippy on the water and you can flex on all your angling friends. Man, they hooked me up with some nice shirts. I really like TEMU. TEMU's great. Is this a shirt or is this a loincloth? What is this? Oh, this goes harder, dude. I'm probably have to wear this shirt today. This also just says fishing and it's got all of the carp to collect on there. You've got a mirror carp, a common carp, and I don't know what the naked carp are called, the scaleless ones, but it is also on there. And it's got a heart rate, it's got a EKG meter on there. Boom, 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 boom. Carp fishing intense. This is definitely the hardest shirt I've ever seen in my entire life. So we got some pretty cool apparel, some pretty cool lures. What the hell is this? Oh, this is a tactical bag. Tactical angler bag. I'll have to take my sun hat off for a second here. Whew, this is tough. This is absolutely tough. Wow. So you can put your pliers in here. It's a nice little breast pouch. Is that the correct terminology? Breast pouch? Like if your buddy needs like an extra Senko, you can just be like, go like pull one of those. These little pouches are becoming very trendy with the new age of people out there. I think it needs to make its way into the angling world as well because this makes sense. It's very nice. Nice little breast pouch. You can keep your breast goodies in there. Anyway.
I'm not poor. I make $5,000 a year.
Drop a comment if you got that reference. But this is the old captain's hat. It's a great hat for if you're a captain. If you got a boat, maybe a kayak. It doesn't matter what the vessel is. You know, the vessel could be a little tin boat. You know, you're a captain of that tin boat, and that's one of the reasons why I got this hat because I think everyone needs to be a captain of something, especially out in the water. You got to feel like you're braving the seas. You got to feel like you're George Washington on the front of the boat, crossing the Delaware River, trying to catch that next biggin. But this is nice. Caleb, this is actually yours. Caleb's a very big fan of Joshua Block. It's actually one of his idols. He's got inspirational Joshua Block quotes all over his house. Literally, it's insane. Like I'm stepping over them. But you don't have one of these yet, do you? No. So there you go, Caleb. Shout out to Caleb. Yeah, there you go, bud. I don't even want to know. I don't even want to figure out what this is. Well, that didn't work. Well, these things are pretty durable. They didn't break. These right here are fish grips. If you think grabbing fish with your hands is icky, which I do, I think it's disgusting. I hate the way it smells on my hands. And I especially hate when I get that, what is it called? Bass thumb? Ugh, I hate that. But here's your solution. These are little fish grippers. So if you get a nice fish and you don't want to get slime in your hands, you can just grab them like that and you can hold them up for a nice picture. So maybe we'll use these today too. I especially think this is a very innovative product. And with that being said, let's take all of this gear, hop on the boat, head to the lake, and put these goodies to the test. It's the last thing you'll see when you pull up to my spot. Well, guys, we're here. I'm officially a TEMU ambassador. One thing I forgot to mention that came in our package, no pun intended, is these nice pants. Very slippery, sleek, tight around mostly everything. And I suppose you could wear these to weave in out of the cuts during the springtime fishing. I don't know why these pants are in here. We've also got these sweet water shoes that TEMU also sent. So obviously we're not doing a lot of bank fishing today, but if you wanted to go full one rod, one reel and wear some goofy shoes, you could do that as well. But I got my shirt on, I got my hat, I'm feeling nice and cool, at least my top half. My bottom half, a little moist, a little damp, but it's the price you pay when you look good on the water. But we've got a plethora of products here that we're gonna be fishing with today. We're gonna be testing out, if you will. Obviously not gonna go through everything. There's so much and so little amount of time, but maybe if we get a nice fish today, we'll give him the old bonk on the head, bring him home for the family, feed the family. It's the family feeder right here. Well, as you can see, I had to change clothes. Just that little 10-second intro there was too much for me. Honestly, it was just too comfortable, really. I mean, that was the issue. One lure that I want to start off with this testing portion of today's video is something that is a lure that we didn't even talk about, that I didn't even unbox, but I found later. One of the reasons why we didn't talk about it is because it was charging. Yep, that's right. This little guy right here is a lure that is currently hooked up to my boat, which is being charged on a 12-volt battery. I'm not really sure. I don't know if I'm gonna get electrocuted right now. There we go. So this little guy right here is a lure that you guys can get. TEMU's having a deal. You can get this lure right now for $10. From what I understand, this lure requires no action, meaning, like we said earlier, you have to do little to no work to set the hook with some of the devices. This lure right here, you don't even have to work. You cast it out there, it does all the work for you. It's perfect for lazy anglers like you and I. Apparently too, when it hits the water, it starts like just wriggling and dancing. It's got a little propeller on the front too. You gotta be watch out for the rocks with that guy. You go down like a sinking ship like the Edmund Fitzgerald. Anyway, let's tie this puppy up on our casting reel that we got and see how she looks. This thing's kind of tough to rig with a palm or not. I'm actually so curious as to how this works. I mean, I've never used a lure that is electronically enhanced. Hooks look good. The pattern, I would call this a juvenile mullet pattern. Not really the foraging this like, but fish are dumb. So I think all I need to do is literally add water and it starts moving. It's a sinking lure, first and foremost. Oh, it's moving, look. I'm not moving the rod at all. This bait is swimming on its own. I gotta be honest, it literally looks like a minnow. Look at it. Does it not look like an actual fish in the water? I don't want to say I was a complete disbeliever, but I had my doubts. This thing actually works really well too. It's kind of like one of those things where it's like, I don't want to use live bait, but I really hate throwing artificial lures. This is the bait for you, man. Look at it just do its thing. It is a sinking bait. It's got a rate of fall of about 20 feet per second. It really wants to get down there, but it works. Let's see if I can hear the prop. Oh, no way. That thing's powerful. While we're at it, might as well touch on the reel. Reel feels nice. It's got all 5 of those ball bearings. It is a very light reel. Again, that clicking drag can fit a ton of line. It's a casting reel. It's not bad. It's inexpensive. It's good if you're getting into fishing. You can get an inexpensive reel from TEMU and get hooked up fatty style. Oh, my minnow is in the grass, or I've got a big tarpon. Imagine I'm just hooked up to like a 9-pounder right now. Let's get another cast in there. Let's get another cast. Loosen up a little bit. All right, well, little bird's nest there, but that might have just been the Indian. Not sure if it was necessarily the arrow's fault. Also, I did not adjust the breakings on this thing out of the factory. There we go. I like it a lot. I like this whole setup. This whole thing is very nice, and it's, I think, less than $20. I mean, minus the rod. Obviously, the rod's not $20, but you get the gist. All right, well, our bionic Terminator lure, which has some grass on it, might be the coolest thing ever. Oh, well, actually, we just lost the prop. That's okay. Maybe it was the grass that did it. I don't think you even need do you even need the prop? I don't even think you need the prop. Let's see, do you need the prop? It might need the prop, but, you know, maybe don't fish it around some grass. How about that? We'll just all agree upon, oh yeah, you definitely need the prop. Well, it's okay. So the prop makes it, okay, got it. Good. But the reel, on the other hand, is very, very nice. Let's go explore and see what other items we can use today and test out. I'm trying to think what else we have in here that we absolutely need to, we need to try the automatic fish setting hook device thing, which I'm actually very afraid of. Our next item on the list is this absolutely frightening contraption, which I know at first glance might look like a medieval torture device, but it's to set the hook on a fish. I'm like stuttering right now because I'm afraid this thing's gonna come back and knock me out. So, you know, surprise, I've never used one of these. It's gonna take me a second to figure out how this works. Okay, the rod is in. Okay, so I'm guessing, ideally you wanna put this in the ground. Okay, so the line wraps around that. Okay, gotcha. And then when you have a bite, you ready for this? This is gonna be something else, dude. When you have a bite, that line pulls, it pulls. Oh, and you set the hook. That wasn't that bad. It's actually pretty neat. I mean, it's probably a pretty good device to use if you're like ice fishing. If you're fishing for like, I don't know, cats of the ice, carp, probably really good tool for carp. Maybe even Goliath grouper, I don't know. It just really all depends. Let's do that again, it's very satisfying. So the rod is in the standstill position. Oh, I'm getting a bite. Oh, he's pulling on it. Oh, and his face is gone. It's in Jupiter. His face landed on Mars, and Elon found it with his rocket. Anyway, that's pretty neat. I mean, you get the idea. I honestly think this is something that you probably use when you're doing a bit of camping. It's not gonna be one of those things you're gonna sit and watch. Probably wanna actually set the hook on a fish. But if you got a lot of rods out and your state allows you to have like 5 or more lines in the water, this would be good to get a couple of these, stick them in the ground, and well, bam! Oh, I got him. Did you see me flinch before he went off? You got a bite? You got a bite? Should I set the hook, Bill? Nah, it's all right, man. My rod holder sets the hook for me. All right, Bill, all right, well, whatever you say. Oh, yep, you're right, Bill. That fish is in the cooler. Launched the fish straight from the water into your igloo. Pretty cool. Will I ever use this? Maybe one day. Maybe one day we'll use this, but right now we're just really showing you guys how these products work on the water in a real life scenario. That's beautiful. I love TEMU. It's great. Up first, the octopi. See how this puppy looks in the water. Yeah, I'm not really a good judgment as to whether or not an octopus lure looks good in the water, but I've fished enough. I'll tell you what, that looks an awful lot like a squid or an octopi. It is very heavy. This is, I mean, here's the thing. I'm probably the first angler to ever throw an octopus lure in this little tiny lake that we're at now. So that feels good in of itself. I just want to put that out there. But what also feels really good as to how heavy and how fast this thing sinks. This is a lure that you're going to be using like off the east coast of Florida. Like you're not going to be using this in a pond, but it is a cool lure, I suppose, if you're doing a bit of slow pitch jigging, which looks a little something like this. I know that looks ridiculous, but that is literally how guys jig these big lures. It is so heavy too, you could probably get that thing down to 100 feet of water in 2 seconds. So yeah, it looks sweet. Good sticky hooks. You know, this is nice. There's really not much to report on such a lure, but I just wanted to see what it looks like in the water. And it looks insane. Let's see if the castability is probably pretty good, I imagine. Oh yeah, she goes. Sounds like somebody threw a rock at me. Honestly, almost tempted to see a fish on live scope and just see if I could knock it out with how heavy this thing is. Oh my God, I thought he just ate it. Holy shit, I got him. I got him. I got a fish. I put down the squid for 1 second. I saw one down there and I had to cast to him. Oh my God, it's a monster crappie. It's a monster crappie. Oh my gosh, that is a monster crappie. Well, I just put down the squid. I saw a nice fish in my graph. I'm like, this is a perfect opportunity. We can test out 2 products in one. We've got our little fish grabbing tool here. This is so sick. I probably shouldn't even gotten any slime on my hands, but there you go. Very nice. I would say 10 out of 10. Probably one of the best and only fish grabbers I've ever used. Nice, healthy crappie, you know. These guys are great in the fryer, so let's go test out our baseball bat. Hang on 1 second. There we go. No, I'm just kidding. I would never. This is a big, beautiful crappie. We're gonna send her back. Hopefully you guys weren't actually thinking I was gonna bonk this guy. But some people would. These are really good eating fish. And also, you don't need to bonk a crappie. That little bat is mainly for like wahoo and fish that terrorize your boat when they get topside from the water. Nice little crappie. Didn't get him on the squid though. That would have been sick. All right, you fatso. Consider yourself lucky I didn't. Oh, well, did I hit him with a bat? What's going on here? He's confused. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. Stupid. Dude, the bat's so good, you don't even have to make contact with the fish to stun them. This is nice. Just go in the water. Next lure, the arowana. I want to see how this puppy looks in the water. First glance, it's a hard swim bait, a little tiny one. I have genuinely no idea why there is even a hard water arowana lure out there that exists, but here we are fishing with one currently, and it looks pretty good. Got a nice kicking action. You could probably get a nice peacock on something like this. I mean, imagine if you took this to the Amazon or if you took it to like Florida. You might, if you're really lucky, I mean, emphasis on that one, if you're really lucky, you might be able to get a fish, but it's pretty cool. It's a neat little lure. It's nice just to own one and say, hey, look, buddy, I actually own an arowana lure. Let me see how it casts. Dude, it casts just like an arowana. Like, that's crazy. I mean, there are times where bass would absolutely light this puppy up. When they're aggressive in the post spawn, when those arowanas start getting around the fish eggs, they just don't like it. That's pretty cool. Arowana lure, I dig it. Your boy John Venus definitely digs it. That's all that matters. Up next, we've got our bling. Got some perfect wind, nice little grassy lake. I'm actually curious to see if we can catch something on this. very loud. I like it. See how she casts into the wind. Dude, this reel is not bad. This is actually not a bad reel. We'll put the price, I mean, we probably would have already put the price somewhere, but I think it's like less than 20 bucks. That's not too terrible. I'm just gonna slow roll this puppy along this grass edge, see if I can get absolutely thwumped by a bass. Oh, first, let's see how it looks in the water. That doesn't look too bad. Looks like a mini Alabama rig with a skirt on it and lots of blades. Lots of flash. I think if you got a lake by you that's got a lot of dirt, a lot of mud, a lot of stank in it, if you got a lake with some stank, this would be not a bad little lure. It's essentially just the best of all the worlds. You can take a spinnerbait and multiply it by 2 and throw some skirt on there and a hook, and I could see a big old bass thinking that it's a meal. I got her spooled up, I got her ready. Let's see how she casts. Like a nice spinning reel. I think if you wanted a good bang for your buck, little reel, this is not a bad one. Track's pretty smooth, it's pretty light. It's a 1000, so you could use this for trout, bass, bluegill. Unfortunately, I actually just did a whole, what you didn't see on camera, maybe we'll put like a little time lapse. I just did a whole lap trying to catch a fish because I really do want to try to catch a fish on one of the products today. But unfortunately, I suck. However, we did get a chance to use this reel a little bit. I mean, I fished with it for about an hour and it feels very nice. It's not a bad little deal. It's good for hover juggling, as the kids like to say these days. All the anglers out there are just into the hover juggling, and I can't say that I don't absolutely love it myself. It's nice to hover juggle a minnow out in the abyss. And this right here, this little VX 1000, this might be my new favorite little hover juggle reel. Oh, yeah, there she is. Well, Wieners, there you have it. We've unboxed and got a chance to fish with a little bit of our most outrageous lures that I was able to find on TEMU. Not only lures, but, you know, fishing apparel and other goodies and items. It's been a long time since I've run an unboxing, and TEMU reached out and they said, we'd love to do a video collaboration with you. And I said, I don't know if are you sure about that? And so here we are now. And this was kind of a for fun video. It's nothing crazy. I know it's not on par with our amazing big trips and cinematic adventures. However, I grew up doing videos like this. I literally, in the wintertime, when I would not be able to fish because there'd be ice in the lakes and I didn't have time to ice fish, I would lock myself in my parents' basement, which sounds kind of crazy. I'd put myself in my parents' basement and we'd run unboxings. And as you guys know, who have been following around for quite some time, a lot of folks like the unboxing. I just like having fun with them. They're interesting. It's a nice little video to get out in the midst of things. I'm in the process of becoming a new father to our second daughter. So very excited about that, and just trying to stay local and filming videos like this is fun. It's easy, and hopefully it's enjoyable for you guys to watch at home. But anyway, I'm peacing out, signing out. Thanks again, TEMU, for sponsoring this video. Again, don't forget to check that link down below for that $100 coupon bundle. I'm peacing out, signing out. Thank you guys for watching. And as always, folks, keep fishing, never stop.